Hello friends, and welcome again to my YouTube channel. Today I shall be showing you guys how I make one of my family's favorite snacks, sausage rolls. This sausage rolls is going to be flaky crust and juicy filling of sausage bits. This is 1 kg of flour. This is 450 grams of organic butter cold. This is a glass of milk. This is a teaspoon of aniseed to flavor the pastry, and this is a teaspoon of baking powder. So I'm going to incorporate this and ensure that I don't overmix it. So because I'm going to use salted butter, I'm not going to add more salt to this pastry. The salt in the butter is sufficient to season this 1 kg of flour. So in goes the 1 teaspoon of baking powder, 1 teaspoon of aniseed. You could use any flavor you like. You could use nutmeg, or you could leave your flour the way it is. Then in goes my cold cubed butter. As much as you can, you reduce using your hand because of your body temperature. You know, when you handle butter with your hand, it starts melting. So you don't want the butter to get so soft. You want it as cold as possible until you have sufficiently incorporated it into the flour. That way you get flakier pastry and your dough is not overworked. You can see there is still visible signs of the parts of the butters that are not incorporated into the flour. You see, so whenever you're mixing your pastry, you don't need to mix it very fine. You know, still leave visible signs of butter. That way you have a flakier crust. I prefer to use cold milk to just make the pastry richer compared to using just plain water. So you add enough milk that will just bring the dough together, the pastry dough together. The people that are going to eat these sausage rolls are more of young people. I usually like adding, sweetening the pastry a little bit for them. So this is half cup of sugar. Remember that this is 1 kg of flour, so I add this half cup of sugar to the pastry dough, and I add a little more milk. The addition of sugar is strictly optional. You can see the dough is not finely combined. I don't want to overwork the dough. Ensure that whenever you're working with flour, don't overwork your dough. If you overmix your dough, you end up with very hard pastry, and I usually like my pastry soft and flaky. So I'll set this aside in the fridge for 30 minutes. I'll quickly saute these onions for like 3 to 4 minutes and let it cool a little bit before I add it to our sausage. Come with me. This is our garlic cloves, and this is half seasoning cube. I'm sauteing this with just a little bit of oil. Our onions is ready. So guys, this is 2 habanero peppers. This is nutmeg. This is dried parsley. The quantity and the full description of the ingredients that I'm using in this recipe will be contained in the description box below. This is 2/3 cup of breadcrumbs, so I'm going to add this to the sausage. The work of the breadcrumbs is to absorb the oil in the sausage from leaking. You want the oil in the sausage to stay in, so that your sausage meats will remain moist and tender when you bite into it. It will not be very hard. If you do not add the breadcrumbs, the oil will leak off and you'll be left with very hard and chewy sausage filling. So it's always advisable to add some breadcrumbs. I'm not adding salt to this sausage because it's already containing salt. If the sausage you're using does not have salt, make sure that you season it to your preference. I add a sauteed onion and garlic. If you don't want to use the very hot habanero peppers like I did, you can use your black pepper. You can also use your white pepper. Whatever spice works with you, you can use it. I am using pork sausage. You can use turkey sausage. You can use beef sausage. You can use any sausage that works for you. So guys, it's now time to prepare the sausage. Depending on how generous you want your sausage to be, you make it so. If you want a thick portion, you make it so. But also know that the thicker your sausage, the longer it will take to bake it completely. So as much as you can, have a portion that is not too thick and not too thin, so that your crust, your pastry will not burn while waiting for the sausage to cook well and to cook in. Guys, if you have not subscribed, this is the time to do that, right? Subscribe, like, share and comment, okay, if you like the video. Thank you so much. So guys, I'm done rolling the sausage meat, so I'll quickly bring out our pastry from the fridge now. So guys, I quickly combine these 2 eggs. I'm going to use this for the egg wash, and to this I add so this is ready. I set it aside. So it's time to roll our pastry. If you can see the texture of the pastry, you can see that the texture is not even. So I did not incorporate, like I said, the butter completely. So you leave some butter to melt on their own when the pastry is baking. That way you get very, very flaky pastry. So to enable our pastry to seal, we'll add the egg wash like so. Roll down like this, and then you cut. You ensure that the part that the cut is completely below. The size of your pastry, the size of your sausage rolls is completely up to you. So on my baking pan, I gently take this up like so. I've already lined this with a sheet of parchment paper. I'll quickly do the egg wash like so. So our sausage is ready to get into the oven, and our oven is set at 350 degrees Fahrenheit, 170 degrees Celsius. It bakes for like 20 to 25 minutes. So guys, after 22 minutes, our sausage is ready. Our lovely sausage rolls, fresh out from the oven, is ready for tasting. Wow, look at the flakiness. Wow guys, see how juicy the meat is. So take a little of my pepper sauce. Everything goes better with pepper sauce. Try this recipe today and give me your comments on how lovely or delicious your sausage rolls came out. I appreciate you for watching. Remember to comment, subscribe, like and share my video. Thank you so much. Bye guys.